And you know, it's illegal. It's actually illegal for such like forces to have like any interaction with my life. All things considered, you feel me? Like it's ridiculous. Like it's a state of civil war. You know, if it's still happening to this day, and it's a taunt against not only the people of my same ethnicity, but it's a taunt against all Christians and born again believers. If it's still happening, and just I feel like some just not smart enough to understand. You know, they don't care. And that's the reality of it, you know what I mean? I feel like from all things that already happened. And whoever killed me or destroyed me, they done so, it's the miracle that did that to Christ Jesus as a whole. Because at this point, it's, you know, it's like, it's inexcusable. How they still able to sabotage my life, you know? You know, it'll probably blow your mind to understand that if I tell you that all the rest of this stuff been done, you know, in society for the purpose of really, you know, tormenting me. Yeah, mind blowing. True. They knew God had a call for my life way before I did, you know. They knew that I had a call for my life when I was still young, man. And so in order to hide like spirit, like a bunch of other like real evil things that were done to my life, something has to happen to me. You know? It's like simple things I can't never get and have it go public. Like certain kind of medical examinations and it's a lot of stuff that they don't want the public to know, but it happened to me. And I didn't know until I got older. So I'm like, this is, and when that's why I say you can't understand the present unless you backtrack. You gotta understand all the things that's happening. But now, they'll get away with a crime. It's not isolated events, you know? These are not isolated events. You ignore what already happened, going to see a blameless man be destroyed following Christ Jesus by Antichrist host. You know? That's why I say you have to backtrack. It's domestic terrorism. My life still being sabotaged by these influential figures that have corruption connections, and they abuse that corruption connection to abuse power under the law, to destroy people's livelihoods, to try to reduce them to you know, degrade the quality of their life, where they're starving, struggling, and suffering. It's not no bad luck or misfortune. It's actually being done by a person. Jealous artists and entities, you know. And now from this point on, I'm about to get more, you know, ruthless and savage with my illumination. Because for some reason, it seems like, you know, it's not being understood. I don't know, like, who these things will concern. I mean, I'm clearly not talking to a crook, you know, a crook or a domestic terrorist for which there's evidence, you know, and all of that. That's not my audience, you know. I'm speaking to everybody else that have sense here, you know, that have a heart, that love God, that care about God, you know. I'm not talking to nobody that's already, you know what I'm saying? They swindled their way to tops and all that. That's something different, you know. But that's being imposed on my life so heavily, like against my will, under false pretenses. And it's like there's nobody there to help me. Like why is that? Why is society allowing this? Now, I don't know what they can do, but I mean, I'm pretty sure if it's nothing they can do now, then that's what they meant it to be on purpose. Because they knew I was told by God. This stuff ain't no coincidence. This stuff ain't no coincidence. And the reason God had me appointed right now in this point in time is because that way it ain't nothing nobody won't know. Everybody know everything they need to know. Thank you. But man, I don't have no remedy for it. But you know, I'm under the ark of God, so I don't have no proposal that, of course, it's not violence. It's not oppression. Not nothing that I think of. You know, it's not doing no evil. But if there's people in society that care about order, structure, and things, and they should know what to do themselves. You know what I mean? I'm not an expert in, you know, other people's, you know, not all, you know what I'm saying? I'm not an expert in realities that I don't pay attention to, you know, like things interest people. Certain stuff never had nothing to do with me. I'm an artsy person. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those guys. They intentionally brought me into this in order to silence and condemn me because of something that somebody did before I was born. You know? Because of my DNA. I ain't did nothing to the dirty. It's messed up, man. So I've been robbed of the privilege of being able to enjoy life that everybody else get to, you know, enjoy, you know? Because of something that I can't control. That's not even fair. I mean, anybody that can look back and backtrack from 14 all the way to now, they'll see. And I'm forced to have to talk about it because my life is still being like sabotaged because of what I've been through. So I'm suffering damage from what was done to me with no reparation for it. Only more sabotage. So that is the problem, you know. So just as sure as something happens to my life that's degrading to my quality of life, with anything to do with what's already transpired in my life, then I'm forced into a position of having to speak on it. You know? And then there it just snowballed all over again. So it's not my fault. I was persecuted into the position. I ain't choosing.